Hello everybody! Today for Creative Creatures, we're going to see how I draw a PANDOLIN. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, explanation time. Pangalore with a panda. That easy. That's all it is. I try to like combine creatures, you know? I mean, that's what Creative Creatures is about, right? But a Pangalore was just so perfect. It's like, oh, that's already a crazy creature. What can I do to it? And so I was like, well, make sure I don't fall off the page. I'll just make it what else fits with it. Panda and Panga, right? Pangalore. And that's it. It's that simple. So what I'm going to try to do is kind of capture a panda looking face with a Pangalore. And basically a bear head. That's really it, because the thing about the panda is it's just a bear colored differently, right? And that's why it's basically going to look like, for now, until I color it, it's going to look like a bear Pangalore, you know? But we'll color it. We'll make it look like a panda, you know? But for now, bear galore. But therein lies the creative part. It's like, okay, now what do you do? How do you make it look, you know, Pangalorian and panda? Pandish? What's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. I'm just talking while I'm drawing. But for the most part, yeah, we're just drawing a Pangalore. And there's some crazy creatures on their own. I mean, they just look strange, and that's what I liked about it. It's like, ooh, let's draw that. That's really weird. What I've been doing is, I don't know if I'm going to do any more, but because I'm trying to decide where I'm going to go with this. I've been just typing up crazy looking creatures, and that's how I found out about the what was the last one we did? The Okapi, you know, and stuff like that. Right? Is that what it was? I don't know. But yeah, I just looked up crazy creatures and it gave me that kind of stuff. So who knows? Who knows what we're gonna do next? Who knows? But yeah, here's the crazy thing about this one. It's got all this like armor, right? I guess that's what it would be in levels. And so that's where it's going to get crazy. It's like, how are we going to add that? But I think that's good for the sketch. That's all I really got to do, because again, the armor is what's really going to come into play, like the levels, right? But I've got like the rows that I want it to be in, kind of. You'll see. But let me erase some of these sketch lines. It's worked out pretty good. The sketch worked out that I shouldn't have to erase too much, but I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil line. So I'm going to erase just a little bit of this, but leave myself enough to guide me and know where I'm going to go. Okay. I think that's going to work. Let's see what we do from here. So, I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more creative creatures, check out that playlist right there. Or you just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many drawings, I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So, if not, drop me a request. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to jump right in with the eyes, the old panda eyes. Just draw a big old circle like that. Okay, another one over here. Now, it's mostly going to be color. For as far as the panda head, because that's what it is, right? It's a colored bear. you know? And so I'm gonna give it a little bit of a pupil like this. It's got big eyes, so I'm not gonna do a lot of detail in there. But same thing for the hair on the face and all that stuff. It's gonna grow into the armor of the Pandolin, right? Pandolin. Let's just draw. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a nose here, something like that, and I'm gonna draw the jowly face of the panda. Let me see if I can flip through a few pictures, make sure I got it right, as good as I can get, right? Okay, let's do that. He's gonna have a little muzzle nose coming down, something like this, something like that. You know, into his little. It's a little more cheeky than I expected, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. All right, and it's gonna come up here to his ears, gonna come down here to his mouth. I like that. Very, very cutesy pandish, right? And then we're gonna grow from here. So, here's his head, and I'm gonna draw just some big old crazy ears, like big old, even bigger than he should have, right? Because I kind of want to emphasize that it's a bear head, you know. And I'm gonna do little stuff like this, little jagged. It's fur going into the armor, so I want to do little stuff like that just to kind of emphasize that, yeah, he's got a little bit of a fur thing going on here. All right, so big old ears coming off this way. But yeah, I want to emphasize that it's a bear head, you know, not armor, like the rest of him is about to be. Now, I'm not going to draw all the fur, but I wanted to draw some lines like this. Connect a few things that didn't have connected here. Just to show that it's fur. But like I said, I'm not going to ink in all these fur lines. I could, and maybe on a fun, sunny, rainy day, I would, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to get some stuff done, not to watch me draw like this all day long, right? Different drawing for a different video. Now, for the most part, I'm going to draw the arms and the lower body, and then the scales and whatnot. We're going to have to do that a little differently, but like I said, for the most part. So, I've got him with the bumpy scale stuff coming off his head. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna build it off of this, all right? And then I'm gonna go out. And this is pretty much how I'm gonna draw the entire thing, like this. Right, drawing all these little scales layered. But I've got it kind of planned in rows, right? So it's gonna take a little bit, but not too much. Just plan to do something like this. Like that. So almost like scales going back for his body in the shape that we've got going. But they're going to get bigger, so we're also going to draw some bigger ones too. So we're not worried too much about what we can see, right? Because I need them visible and growing, so to speak. But again, the other thing is, this is our drawing, so it doesn't have to be 100% scientifically accurate, because this doesn't exist, right? We're making whatever we want. So there's his body. I wanted to kind of show you where he's going, because the rest, we're going to shape it with these, right? A little bit of little scaly star things, but also they're kind of going over his arm too, so they're kind of doing like this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the shape of the arm, and then the scales are going to go back that way. But I wanted to draw the edge of it like this, because they're wrapped over, and you can only see so much anyway, but I wanted that edge right there. Okay, so I wanted this to kind of flow, but at least give it the edge. Now, they have, and the reason I stopped right there is they have these gigantic claws, right? They're more like fingers than claws, but they're super pointy and look like claws. So I just wanted to do that just to kind of place them, you know, before I start with everything else. Okay, so there you go, hanging over the arm, and we're gonna do just some more like this. So that's like the first row, and then the next row. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm saying. I wanted to draw that first, and we're gonna say for the arm, they're kind of going down, and there's the edge. There's the edge of the arm. So you see it now. That's the entire arm, but I wanted the scales to kind of flow over like that. I want to try to put them in between the other ones, like not hitting like I did right there. I kind of want to put it in between if I can, but we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be the body going back this way. And so see how it's not on his stomach, so I've got it kind of, you know, growing from there. So I want to do the same thing here, just kind of, you know, that's going to be the edge to the belly type kind of thing. You know what, let's do this arm while we're here, so you can see where it's gonna, I want to do like fingers, where it's going to not separate, but differentiate the edge of the body of the hand. And there you go. I'm just adding a little bit of extra tiny Sharpie because I just feel like a big fat Sharpie like this needs a complement, and that's why I use 2 Sharpies to kind of give them both the feel. Okay, so I'm going to float this hand, but again, I've sketched it out, so it's not really floating. It's more following my sketch. I get a lot of people sometimes, they're like, you didn't sketch that out, especially when I do the time-lapse videos. It's like, of course I sketched it out. It's almost impossible to not sketch out. But that's the nice thing about sketching out, is I just kind of follow my sketch. Right? And again, we're going to say that's where they're wrapped over. There's the edge of the arm. And ooh, that's the downside of these Sharpies. They're never a point. It's Sharpie, I get it. You're not made for this specifically, but man, I can never get a sharp point out of these. You can tell I'm not sponsored by Sharpie because I can say all I want about them, good or bad. But at least it's an honest review, you know? I'm never gonna lie to you because no one's paying me to do this. All right, and so he's on his hind legs. So here I'm just gonna try to grow the what are we gonna call these? Spikes? Armor? I don't know. His little Sonic hairs, right? It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. So again, I'm kind of following my sketch. And here, now we're going to start to build onto the leg. Okay? So let's see, and I've got this like this. I'll do another one here. And let me kind of flow down to the leg, okay? That's good. You know, I said it was going to be quick and be easy, but it does take a little bit of planning to try to make sure that I get it to look like it's flowing on top of the leg. So it's a lot more complicated than I thought. But that's okay. Okay, and we're just going to grow down to the bottom of this right here. And then here, I'm gonna kind of grow it into the foot. Now its foot's kind of strange and bumpy on its own, so we can kind of get away with doing this weird little... They look like toes, but I don't know if they are. But again, it kind of almost looks like the scales too, so we're kind of getting away with... Maybe it's the scales, maybe they're toes. The nice thing is, again, it's creative creatures. We're doing whatever we want, so no one can tell us this is wrong. This doesn't exist. Okay, so there's kind of a foot thing. All right. Okay, so now that I have that, we're gonna say the belly comes through here, comes down, goes like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here for this leg. So, let's see. So I'm gonna come down like this. A lot of it's covered up already because of that hand. And let's see if I can do this without getting it too convoluted. Right, you can still tell. Color is gonna help that, but that gets a little messy when he's all like the same kind of texture, right? That's okay. What happens, happens. And here again, I'm just kind of playing around with, well, if it's layered, if it's all that kind of crazy stuff, who knows what's happening here. Alright, we're doing good. Again, drawing some stuff of what might be toes, what might be more layers, who knows. All I know is I don't know where he buys his shoes. Okay, tail, same thing. We're gonna follow the pattern and just do like we did there. We're just gonna draw, what do you call them? I don't think we ever decided on a name, right? So, and it's layered too, so I kind of want to do this. I want it like that. That's going to be the main one, then they're going to flip over. Just a little, okay? Not too much. So let me build down like I was doing with my pointless, not pointless, I'm not saying there's no point to it. I'm just saying, look how round that is. This is my unsharp Sharpies. Like that. But what's funny is I'm kind of saying how it's going to flow under, but I think it's not going to look any different. Honestly, I think I should just keep going because I don't think I should try to do a top and then a bottom because I'm pretty sure it's all going to look exactly the same as I go, right? Like you're not going to be able to tell, oh, that's the top. No, you're not. You're not at all. So let's just keep going with this pattern. Oh, I need to do the insides first. I guess that's where it's going to help, that I got to build an edge, you know? So we got to have a bottom part, right? We can't just keep flowing these forever. Yeah, that's not too bad. And again, we're just going to do that the entire way now. Just kind of flow with my drawing. Because look, see, I can't make a bottom. And I should start to make them smaller too. Because now that I see it, it's like, ooh, it's gotta taper, right? Okay, not much further to go. We're just doing more More taper scales, armor stuff. There we go. Into an N. So there you go. So I say we take care of the rest with colors. So for creative creatures, that is a Pandolin.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.